Hello everyone, this is Ange. Welcome to another episode of the Visual Novel Monthly Recap. This is a video series where I highlight news related to major visual novel releases and the community for each month. In this video, I'll highlight anything that happened in April of 2021. Let's get started. There were some visual novel related announcements made on April 1st, aka April Fool's Day. However, it turns out some of these weren't actually lies, one of them being a Catboy version of Nekopara. Like every previous Nekopara, it will be an international release in summer of 2021, but is actually planned to be 100% free. Another April 1st announcement that ended up being true is that Sekai Project announced that they're actually going to localize just about every Fang visual novel. This list of visual novels include Akenero ni Somaru Saka, Hoshizora e Kakaru Hashi and AA, Chisana Kanojo no Serenade, Imoto no Seiki, Gakko no Seiki, Zuto Mae Kara Joshi Deshita, and Yume to Iro de Deki Deiru. Fang is currently bankrupt in Japan, so that could have been a factor of why Sekai was able to get their whole lineup. Committee of Zero released an update to their Robotics Notes Elite Steam Improvement patch. It includes translating remaining untranslated CGs, more translation, consistency, and typo fixes. For any fans of yaoi or boys love visual novels, Jax has released an official translation of Dramatical Murder. From what I see, this is the closest thing to the most mainstream BL visual novel, given that it had a fan translation and even an anime adaptation. Musicus has been released by Manga Gamer on their site and on Steam. I did a review on my channel, but it's a very enjoyable, down-to-earth story about getting in the band scene, mostly lighthearted, but with some big dramatic moments. Island was released on Nintendo Switch by Prototype. I haven't read this visual novel yet, but I believe it's a multiple route mystery style that takes place on an island. The team working on making an unofficial HD patch for Katawa Shoujo is currently looking for another artist to assist with drawing well enough to make CGs that look good enough in a 16:9 format. If you're interested in doing this, join their Discord and make a submission and post in the Team Application channel. Rance 6 Sonogo got a fan translation. It's a very short visual novel with after stories that take place after Rance 6. Another April 1st announcement that got proven to be true was a key crossover anime called Kagi Nado. All the characters are chibi art, so it's possible it'll be a full humor or parody series similar to Carnival Phantasm for the Fate and Tsukihime series. For those who enjoy playing visual novels on mobile devices, Danganronpa V3 is announced to be coming to mobile devices. It looks like this port is actually going to have new features such as a new user interface for smoother gameplay, the ability to lie during trials, and 2 brand new minigames. For those who consider the Ace Attorney series a visual novel, Capcom announced that they're doing an official release for The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles on Switch, PS4, and Steam. The Great Ace Attorney is a distant prequel to the Phoenix Wright saga in the Meiji era, and the protagonist is called Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Sekai Games has released a complete version of World End Economica on Switch. It is a story that is written by the author who wrote the Spice and Wolf series, and I believe it has a similar storytelling structure to it. It was a fully linear visual novel spread across 3 separate episodes, and this release has all of them on it. Type Moon Nasu is recruiting people for Bishoujo Mangekyo 3 fan translation. He seems to be the main translator and is particularly looking for a hacker and an editor. Though he seems to have some very interesting other requirements, like the people needing to be Asian, have experience with Eastern culture, be a woke Marxist Leninist, I don't even know what that is, or just someone politically open-minded. Gams, the top moderator of the R Visual Novels subreddit, decided to start a community translation challenge for Sakura no Uta. Sakura no Uta is one of the more popular visual novels that's currently untranslated. It was written by SCA-Ji, who wrote Tsubahebi or Wonderful Everyday. This translation challenge is a crowdsourced fan translation project where Gams assigns roughly 1,000 lines for each translator to translate each. There was some controversy where some people in the visual novel community called out this project due to the flaws of a translation project having crowdsourced translators, as well as Gams' tendency to overtly criticize visual novel community people constantly on Twitter. Regardless, it looks like Gams intends to continue with the project and has hired several people already. Nekunyan has released Sugar Style on Steam and other sites like Manga Gamer. Sugar Style is a visual novel by Smee, who made visual novels like Futuraba and Making Lovers. I'm personally excited for this release, since Sugar Style is one of the few moe romance visual novels that purely takes place in university, and is likely to have Smee's over-the-top, goofy humor. And that is it for April of 2021. As always, if you have any feedback, positive or negative, feel free to leave a comment below in this video or one of my social medias. See you all next month.